Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage Randomized. Last time we cleared through the first 3 chapters of this new run, and I had technical difficulties and lost the original save file. So I did the first 3 chapters again off screen because I don't think you all want to rewatch me play through the first 3 chapters again. So we have a new run here with our new units, and we will be taking a look at them at the start of the next chapter. We will be seeing them, and as well as the 3 new units that we'll be getting. I didn't look too closely at them, but I did notice a few pretty neat things about them when I was playing through the chapters. So let's start by simply taking a look at our units. First off, we have Sword Flyer Anna Lord with Flickering Flower as a personal. She had decent bases. Her growths are 40% in HP, 20% strength, 10% magic, 45% dex, 75% speed, 40% defense, 35% res, and 20% luck. Yeah, this unit is terrible. A flat 10% in strength and magic. Her only saving graces are 75% speed growth, but I'm going to need to reclass her into something with high weapon might and a high strength growth, or high magic growth, to get her to be usable. As of right now, she's going to be pretty bad. Next is our Jagan Panette, who has some pretty Jagan-ish stats. Star Sphere is a funny enhanced stat growth. Well, let's take a look. 80% HP growth, 45% strength, 25% magic, 60% dex, 65% speed, 40% defense, 50% resistance, and 50% luck. She has really high defense, decently low strength, and her build is low enough that she gets slowed down by her axe, but not her lance. She's a pretty good Jagan. Let's take a look at the Clan and Fram, which would be these two. Let's start with Gold Mary. Luna personal, Lance armored knight, decent bases. Let's take a look at these growths. 55% HP, 85% strength, 25% magic, 30% dex, 30% speed, 65% defense, 75% resistance, and 25% luck. Very strong, very Louis coded, but with a really high resistance as well. She has potential, especially with her Luna. But her low speed growth means she's gonna have to stay an armored knight, and I'm gonna have to give her like a great weapon to make use of her. Next is Gregory the Lance Fighter with Stalwart as a personal. So he can't take effect. He takes less from effective damage, but that's pointless here. 55% HP, 60% strength, 35% magic, 35% dex, 60% speed, 35% defense, 35% res, and 35% luck. So decent speed and strength, not much everything else. So he'll be fast. He'll probably double often and do decent damage, but he'll be decently fragile. Next up are the 3 Alfred group units. So let's start with the elephant in the room. Celestia with Draconic Form personal. So she has really high base stats as an archer, with a 45% HP growth, 20% strength, 5% magic, 50% dex, 35% speed, 55% defense, 50% res, and 30% luck. Not the best growth rates. She needs something to patch up her strength growth to be usable long term, but for now she's a very strong early game unit. Next, Dragonchild Diamant with Alchrist's personal. 100% HP growth, 55% strength, 50% magic, 50% dex, 20% speed, 40% defense, 35% res, and 25% luck. Decent growths, nothing too impressive though. And lastly, a Alfred Noble Jean with Fell Protection as a personal. 70% HP growth, 55% strength, 70% magic, 35% dex, 45% speed, 50% defense, 35% res, and 45% luck. That's just the class. I have adaptive growths on, so they are more likely than not going to have a higher in the stat that their class uses for offensive stats. But he has equal strength and magic, and then the class just gives a plus 25. We'll look at these two in a moment. But for now, we have some preps to do. Such as handing Anna the Folkvanger for its bonus, its greater might. I'll give you the Fencer because you're just gonna be making better use of it, I assume. And everyone else just has nothing I can give them at the moment. I could give the Noah Tune to Panette, and I will, as a just in case. Now we have our rings. So let's take a look at the new. We have, of course, this ring, which is not bad. This is a ring with Vajramushti, Charm Base, Reforge, and Override. I think that goes on Gregory.
Violet. Copy that.
Yeah, I'll put that on Gregory. Actually, it could go on Gold Mary. I think I'll put it on Gold Mary, actually. Wait. Hang on, how does Close Vantage trigger? Foe with a speed disadvantage of 7 or more. Yeah, okay, so that's not gonna work too well on that. Okay, we'll put it on Gregory.
Violet.
We're not gonna be able to make too much use of Charm, considering we don't have any other backup units. But oh well. Now let's take a look at the bond rings. Voice of Dragons. That's a very good bond ring. Fierce Stance and Raging Fire. Okay, we'll give you the Fierce Stance ring. We'll stick. What stats do the Anna ring give? 2 speed, 2 HP, 1 res. We'll give that to Diamant, because no one can use the skill, and then Voice of Dragons can just go on anyone. I'll stick it on you so you can get the stats off it. And now we just manage positioning. Yeah, we'll set up like this. And now we're going to be because both of the units up there are flyers, I can just have them abandon that for that starting location soon. But first, let's take a look at our new units. Madeline and Roy with Assembly Gambit, Chivalry, and Dragon's Dance Plus. That's a very nice one. Silence Ward as a personal doesn't do much. Ooh, the emblem has the Reflect Staff. That's pretty neat. Alright, Slim Sword is not a good starting weapon. Let's look at growths. 55% HP growth, 35% strength, 30% magic, 35% dex, 60% speed, 35% defense, 40% res, and 45% luck. Not the greatest growths. Her offenses just aren't that good. They could be better. Alright. Marin, a Wing Tamer. So we have a healer now. Contemplative. Okay. 60% HP growth, 30% strength, 30% magic, 35% dex, 50% speed, 35% defense, 40% res, and 30% luck. Those don't really matter. She's just going to be a healer. And then Melusine Etier with Gallop as a personal. So she just gets 11 move. That's really good. 100% HP growth, 25% strength, 55% magic, 45% dex, 60% speed, 35% defense, 40% luck, and 50% luck. For 40% res and 50% luck. Okay. Good speed, good magic. This is potentially a really strong unit. And she can just sort of go anywhere.
Whatever you say.
I am gonna need this archer dead, but I don't want to do it like that, because yeah, you would just explode. If I equip this, how much damage are you taking from this guy? 9 versus the armored knight doing 11. So if I just do this, I can take out the archer in 1 round with the fire tome, and I'll live the enemy phase guaranteed.
Looks like I broke him.
There we go. And then Marin, I can just have her visit the village.
Thank you for.
A treat staff. Alright, I'll take some more healing abilities. We don't have any magic down here, so dealing with these armored knights is gonna be a hassle and a half. The only magic I have access to is the bolt axe on you, which does 1 round. But that does mean I have to send Anna down, which means I need to send someone else up. Okay. Okay, I think here's the plan. Gold Mary is gonna go here. I'm gonna attack this guy. I'm then going to have you engage, because I need your engage to have you bolt axe 1 round this enemy.
We have you all to thank for this.
I really like the hair color on this engage. Oh, white that gradients into a light blue? Or is that a yellow? Can't really tell. I cannot really tell. Does engaging make me do that? Yeah, engaging. Engaging is boosting my speed by 1 point, which lets me double. And the Vajramushti I 1 round. But I don't really need to do that. Yep, I am aware of how that works. Yeah, there's not much you can really do. Okay, so here's the plan. You're gonna go up here with the Noah tune and break. That'll weaken that enemy. So that then you can come up with the Fensilier and get the kill. Ha!
Rest easy now.
Nice job, Gregory. And then I'm gonna set up a Jean for fell protection. Meanwhile, I'm gonna send Celestia this way. I'll also send Diamant. And I'll put you here to visit this village. Iron Body Art, that's useless to me. I don't have a Chi Adept. Or any unit with arts access for that matter. Alright, you're gonna break Gregory, which is gonna hurt a little. Owie, but it'll be fine. $11 damage hurts, but it's... Ooh, a crit. Alright, get rid of that armored knight. You're gonna get broken. It's gonna hurt a little, but it'll be fine. The armored knight will move in. Gold Mary, take this chip there. Now this will do only 9 damage. And that's the last enemy able to attack Etier. Okay, Etier is not in the best spot, but I have time crystal access now. So I can experiment. Alright, how much damage are you taking from a sword flyer? Not too much. We'll have you take out this axe fighter. Brilliant. 13 attack to 9 defense. They're gonna deal 4 damage to you. So if I just Vuln here, you'll be fine. Meanwhile, down here, I'll set Anna up. Oh, actually, she's a flyer. Alright, we're going to have Celestia take out this archer to keep Anna safe.
I'm glad this battle is
Anna's probably one of the worst lords I've had in a randomizer because, like, no offensive stats. All she has is speed. She's practically just Lyn, but a flyer. And she doesn't even have the Manikati for effective damage.
I still have a lot to learn.
Alright, we're gonna weaken you with you.
Not a worry.
And then Diamants can snag the kill.
You put up a good fight.
And then I can set you up on that tile. We'll use the Iron Lance because it does more damage since I double. Brilliant. And then we set you up on the fort. And you double with the Fensileer. That's really nice.
I didn't run away this time.
I get a hand axe, which I can stick on. I can stick it onto Panette, so I'm just gonna put it on Jean for now, so that I can give it to Panette soon. Yep, attacking from the fort. What I expected.
Farewell to you.
I could just abandon this front with these two because they're flyers. I don't have to stay. But they aren't under. They're only going to be under threat once the brigand. If the brigand decides to become a. Which it doesn't look like the brigand's gonna be any problem. So you're only taking 4 times. Hang on, actually no, you have 12. 13. So you're gonna take 4 and 5. 9 damage. 1 damage. 2 damage. 9 plus 3. You're taking a total of 12 damage. Which means that you're perfectly fine to leave B. So let's have you weaken this guy. Meanwhile, you,
Feel it.
if I use the Iron Sword, you one-shot this guy, leaving you with 12 total health. 12 total health, you're going to be taking 3, 4 for 7, plus another 6. You will die if I leave you. So we're going to keep the fire equipped, and we're going to Vuln so that she survives. For the last turn, I'll use Divine Blessing plus, stick it on you. Give Anna EXP. Defense, res, luck. I need some lucky strength levels on Anna. Alright, go Gold Mary. There we go. And with that, I'm just going to set you on that, move you in. They're both going to want to attack Gold Mary. So I'm perfectly fine in that regard. Where is your range? Right there. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll put you here for your fell protection, and that way I can trade you over the hand axe. And I'm gonna have you equip your iron axe. Because I know you're not gonna double, but I would rather you not do too much damage to the enemies. Oh, mage. 9 damage onto Jean. Ow, ow. Fear stance boosting damage up a lot. Boom.
I could use a hot spring.
Lovely. And then you attack. Enemy attacking Panette for no damage. Iron Axe Retaliation. Then I can set this up as a perfect kill for Gregory. Oh, you're taking 8 damage from that. What? 8, 7. I miscalculated your defenses then. Because I was under the impression that you took so much less damage than that. But it would appear that I was wrong.
More fighting?
Alright, go on Gold Mary.
Not too good.
I'm going to need to use next map to get Gold Mary a lot more EXP because she's a bit behind as compared to other units. Oh, you killed the Folkvanger. Nice, let's get on to this kill then.
We're pretty tough, you know.
As a flyer, she can help out here just fine. And meanwhile, up here, I'll have you one-shot this Surge Mage. Completely erase that problem.
Is that a rare critter?
And then you're going to fire to weaken this guy. Now, no matter who he attacks, he's guaranteed to die. Do you one-shot? No, you're close, though. You don't double with anything. Yeah, too slow to double with anything right now. We use the Iron Axe to set it up. Not having a Javelin right now is very sad. We use the Fensileer.
Rest easy now.
We get a Gregory level. Strength, speed, defense, res. Those are the stats I'm after. You do quite a bit of damage to the mage. Thanks to the chain attack, you almost one-shot. If you had the Fensileer, you'd kill, but you don't have the Fensileer. What do I do about that? I just realized. His voice of... Oh, that's why she gained move. Voice of Dragons on a calf gives additional movement. That's actually really nice. You take 9 damage 2 times. Sets you to 12, then it sets you to 30. It'll set you to 3. He does 13 to your 11 defense. You take 2 damage. You will live barely. But I don't want to take that chance. So I'm just going to wait it out. Burn him.
That was cool, was it not?
Marin gets EXP off it. They're coming over there. Okay. So I'm going to set you right here. And I'll use the Iron Lance to break. And then you're going to use the Fensileer to take him out.
I didn't run away this time.
And then we'll pull the mage further this way. Ooh. Oh, that's just an inheritable. But inheritable divine speed is nice. We'll pull the mage further this way. Meanwhile, I could just obliterate this guy, but I want to get the kill to Gold Mary. How does this Dragon's Dance work?
I am resolved to...
How does this work?
There's my opening.
Okay, so it buffs all allies in 2 range. And then you get an additional action. Which I can then use to Assembly Gambit. We'll do that. He pulls them off. And then you're set up to get obliterated because of the Dragon Dance buffs. Bonus strength, dex, and resistance. How many stats do you buff? +8 and shrinks by 1 every turn. Oh my goodness. Oh. That is so absurd. That is... That is genuinely an absurd buff. Okay, we're gonna heal with the heal staff.
My muscles say thanks.
And then we're gonna set you up like hereabouts, I suppose. Alright. You're gonna attack Jean. Oh, you're attacking Gregory this time. Burn. Etier gets that. Then the Axe Fighter comes in. It's not gonna do too much. 1, 2. Alright, the boss should begin moving soon. We're gonna get this kill with Anna.
Thank you.
Purely because I need to feed her. We'll put you there, and we'll have you use your... We'll use the treat staff so that it fully heals.
Thanks for that.
The treat staff is very nice because it's better than a heal staff. We'll use the reflect because it's free EXP. Bonus stats are nice. Seal strength as an inheritable. Definitely interesting. Meanwhile, over here, we can set this up. We'll set it up with the Iron Axe. Yeah, Panette's a really good Jagan. Like, she's not like really strong of a unit, but she sets up kills so nicely.
Okay.
She's gonna serve her early game purpose, and she is gonna get benched. Okay. Let's start moving in. Give Anna her emblem. Moving more units inward
Whatever you say.
towards where they are required to be. Once again, we're just gonna reflect for stats. Now, we haven't been going for that long, but I know the next chapter is gonna definitely take a bit to do. How do I want to do this? I think I want to block that off. I'd like you to be able to get this mage, but you're just like one tile short. Do you have any means of granting him extra mobility? Doesn't look like it. We'll just move these guys already. So I'm gonna need to stall if I want him to be useful. You know what? I think I can. If I just move you, if I just
With pride.
heal, have you use heal. We'll just stall an extra turn so that we can get Gregory in there for more levels. Nice level up, Marin. Not that it really matters. You're just going to be a healer. And we'll just end turn. Oh, I did not mean to end turn. I wanted Gregory to move. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have Etienne use fire so that she's at a distance. Etienne level up. Big stats. Build level. That's nice. We're going to engage just for the bonus stats. We'll use the Vajramushti just because I can.
Stay focused.
Love Gauntlet. Okay. I'd like to give him an extra turn, but I don't have a dancer, so... Anna 1 rounds. Yeah, the Boltax's really strong at this stage in the game, and her magic isn't necessarily bad. But I think what's really doing it is... What's really doing it is just, Blue Sky's Eclipse Brace. The enemy having, like, 2 resistance as well. I mean, the enemy having such low resistance means that it's just her high speed. That's all it is. High might of the Boltax plus high speed equals die. And no level up there. Lovely. With that, we are concluded. Chapter 4. How long have we been going for? 30 minutes? I guess that's a good enough time to end it then, because, like, not much else for me to do, honestly. So, I think... Are the guides still up? Yeah, guide display still on. Why is that? Okay. I think we're going to end this one here. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Thank you all for tuning in live. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, helps out a ton. If you're on Twitch, give me a follow so you can tune in when I stream live on Wednesdays and occasionally on Mondays and Fridays. Thank you all so much once again, and I will see all of you next time.